The next morning after meeting the riverkeeper, Aziza woke up feeling strange. She had many new big ideas in her head. Was she really the rebirth of an ancient goddess? Was an evil monster called the Time Weaver trying to stop her important destiny? Aziza did her chores, but she couldn't stop thinking about what the riverkeeper told her. She felt small and powerless compared to the big cosmic battle he described. How could one village girl overcome such mighty forces? That afternoon, Aziza decided to collect firewood in the jungle, hoping the fresh air might clear her troubled mind. She walked along the familiar forest paths, listening to chirping birds and rustling leaves. The warm sun shone through the leaves in dappled patterns. Up ahead, Aziza noticed an area where the trees seemed disturbed and broken, as if something had recently crashed through them. Curious, she went to investigate. As she got closer, she heard a faint groaning sound. Aziza gasped when she found a young man lying on the ground, clutching his leg, which was bent at a strange angle. He had tanned skin, deep brown eyes, and neatly trimmed black hair. Despite his pain, Aziza could tell he was very handsome. "Oh, no! You're hurt!" she cried, rushing over. "What happened?" The young man looked up at Aziza, his eyes wide. In a strained voice, he said, "Please, you have to help me. I was traveling and got attacked by wild animals. They broke my leg." Aziza looked at his leg and believed his story. She knew she couldn't just leave him there. "Don't worry, I'll get help." She ran back to her village as fast as she could. Soon, Aziza returned with her brother Raj and some other men from the village. They made a simple stretcher from sturdy branches and carried the young man back to Aguamo. The healer tended to his leg, binding it tightly in a splint. Over the next few days, the young man had to stay in a hut, resting and healing. Aziza couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious stranger. She felt pity for his painful injury. One afternoon, Aziza decided to bring him some fresh fruit. She peeked her head through the hut doorway. "Hello? Are you awake? I brought you something to eat." The young man looked up and gave Aziza a dazzling smile that made her heart skip a beat. Up close, she realized he was only a few years older than her, maybe 16 or 17 years old. "Please, come in." Aziza shyly entered, setting down the plate of bananas and mangoes. "There you go. I'm Aziza from this village. I'm the one who found you in the jungle." "Thank you for your kindness, Aziza," the young man said graciously. "My name is Kiran. I was on a journey traveling between villages when I was attacked by wild beasts. You saved my life." "It was nothing," Aziza mumbled, finding herself transfixed by Kiran's deep brown eyes. There was something mysterious and alluring about him. She found herself wanting to keep talking to him. "So where were you journeying from?" "My home village is Kalunda, 2 weeks' walk south of here," Kiran explained. "I was making a pilgrimage to the Great Western River to cleanse my spirit." Aziza leaned forward, intrigued. Mention of the Great Western River made her think of the riverkeeper's tales. "Is that an important ritual for your village?" Kiran nodded solemnly. "Indeed, we are taught from birth to honor and respect the power of the sacred Western River. Its life-giving flow nourishes and renews us." His gaze grew distant and reverent. "I had hoped to bathe in its timeless waters and be reborn pure." Aziza felt a strange sense of connection with this exotic young man. Perhaps it was a piece of her deeper cosmic identity, recognizing a kindred spirit. She didn't fully understand, but felt compelled to open up to him. "I recently learned that I may have an important connection to rivers and the cycle of life," Aziza confided, leaving out the complicated details the riverkeeper had described. Maybe we are meant to share that spiritual journey together someday. Kiran's intense eyes studied her with a look of wonder. You are quite an extraordinary young woman, Aziza. I sense great power and destiny flowing through you. He gave her an enigmatic smile. Who knows what adventures might await us both on the path? Over the next few weeks, Aziza made sure to visit Kiran regularly, bringing him food and keeping him company as his injuries slowly healed. She was completely entranced by the mysterious yet charming young man. Aziza had never felt this way about any of the boys in her village. There was something almost supernatural about Kiran's charisma and presence that made her heart race. And he always seemed to share Aziza's curiosity about spirituality, the river, and her hazy inklings of cosmic importance. One warm evening, after most of the village had gone to sleep, Aziza sneaked out to visit Kiran in secret. She didn't fully understand her feelings, but she felt a strong need to be near him, as if her very soul wanted his company. Kiran was sitting outside the hut alone, looking up at the starry night sky. "Aziza," he greeted her with a slight nod. "What brings you to me under these moonlit rays?" Aziza felt her heart beat faster as he looked at her with his mesmerizing eyes. I couldn't sleep, and I hoped you might tell me more about the spiritual importance of your journey to the great western river you mentioned." Kiran smiled mysteriously and gestured for Aziza to join him. "Ah, so you wish to satisfy the spiritual yearnings of your growing goddess spirit? How lucky that our paths should cross, soulful Aziza." Aziza sat on the ground across from Kiran, hugging her knees as she listened eagerly to his rich, ringing voice. He began speaking with quiet reverence. "You see, my people believe the great mother river in the west is the source of all life, an immortal cosmic flow carrying the raw divine essence that creates and nourishes all worldly creation. We make the holy trip to bathe in her purifying waters, not just symbolically, but to be physically and spiritually cleansed, healed and recharged by her primal energies." Kiran's gaze turned inward, becoming more intense. For someone who was born with, let's say, special gifts, like myself, this ritual holds even deeper meaning. Only by submerging and surrendering fully to the Mother River's timeless currents can I truly realign my elements and spirit with the creative cosmic flow. As a chosen conductor for these earth-shaping forces, by merging my spirit with the waters, I achieve transcendent empowerment that unlocks abilities beyond normal mortal means. Kiran spoke with rising passion and conviction. With this divine union, I become an earthly channel for the fundamental powers of life, able to heal the sick, rejuvenate blighted lands, awaken dormant growth and abundance. He trailed off, seeming lost in fervent reverie. Aziza realized she was hanging on his every word, utterly transfixed. Perhaps it was a subconscious resonance with her own mysterious origins, calling out to the divine cosmic attributes Kiran described. "That's incredible," she murmured, equal parts awed and confused. She shuffled a bit closer to Kiran, drawn to his intensity like a moth to a flame. "I've never heard of such profound rituals. Please, tell me more." And so Kiran did tell Aziza more, sharing intricate lore, legends and sacred rites under the twinkling stars late into the night. Aziza drank up each mystical word from the handsome stranger's lips, like someone thirsty for spiritual truth. Aziza couldn't deny how strongly she felt about Kiran. It was a deep, soulful feeling that was more than just physical attraction. She felt like their lives were meant to come together in a special, almost magical way. In the days and weeks that followed, Aziza and Kiran became very close. She helped take care of his hurt leg, bringing him food and spending long hours talking about spiritual things, nature, and finding enlightenment. "Aziza, tell me more about the dreams and feelings you have," Kiran asked one afternoon as she changed the bandages on his leg. His deep brown eyes looked at her intensely. Aziza's heart raced as she met his gaze. "I'm not sure, Kiran. Ever since the Riverkeeper talked about my destiny, It feels like something big is waking up inside me. Kiran nodded, fascinated. I can feel the powerful forces around you, Aziza. You have the potential to bring about a great change in the world. To Aziza, Kiran's wisdom seemed to come from an eternal source. She loved spending time with him, feeling like his presence was soothing the restless feelings inside her. Learn from me and discover the truth within you, Kiran whispered, holding her hands. Let our spirits come together to spark your divine potential. Kiran enjoyed helping Aziza uncover her hidden powers. Each day, his charisma and teachings helped Aziza discover new strengths within herself. You have so much untapped potential, he told her one evening as they sat under the stars. Like a sunrise, your true power is just beginning to show. Aziza felt a strong attraction to Kiran. Kiran, she whispered, feeling a warmth inside her. I feel a burning desire when I'm near you. Please, show me how to connect with the cosmic energy and fulfill my yearnings. Under the stars, she gave in to the powerful emotions and spirituality she felt. They kissed passionately, feeling like their souls were coming together in a divine moment. Yes, let our spirits ignite a new age of growth and change, Kiran said between kisses. From then on, Aziza's life was a mix of intense moments and spiritual lessons. She felt like her mind was opening up to new, deep experiences. Feel the mother's energy flowing through me, Kiran said as they were close together. Become the vessel for the waters of life. Aziza gave in to the strong connection she felt with Kiran. With each moment together, she felt herself waking up to a new understanding of the universe. Oh Kiran, I can feel it, the cosmic energy inside me, she cried out in joy. In those moments, Aziza felt like she was seeing a higher realm beyond the physical world. But deep inside, she sensed something was wrong. There was a hint of danger in the powerful experiences. Yes, drink deeper from the mother's energy, Kiran's voice echoed around her. Only by letting go of your old self can you be reborn in her perfect image. At the peak of each intense moment, Aziza saw a shadowy presence, hinting at something bad behind the spiritual experiences. As Kiran led her deeper into these heightened states, the line between spiritual joy and danger began to blur. Yes, give yourself fully and be reborn through the sacred destruction of your old self, a dark voice echoed. Aziza realized in brief moments that Kiran was less a man and more a guide for her destined path to cosmic unity, leading her into a mix of joy and madness. All the while, a dark presence watched, waiting hungrily. At last the time has come, a voice whispered from the shadows. The cycle of life I've been destroying for ages is within my reach again. Unaware of the dark path Kiran was leading her down, Aziza gave up parts of her identity, becoming a vessel for Kiran's teachings and rituals, like an endless spinning vortex.